phone rings long after midnight. A calm stranger is on the line and he is holding her husband. Do exactly what the voice says or he is gone by sunrise. So one loyal wife has to become something far darker. She will lie, infiltrate, and cross every line she swore to protect. And by morning, nothing about this night is what it seemed. The movie begins inside a hidden intelligence unit. Two handlers study their sharpest recruit, a woman named Lily Chen. She speaks flawless French. She has quietly hunted a crime lord called Marcel Lafleur for 4 long years. But her bosses still trade one nagging worry. They are not sure she can truly handle the field. Her director base calls her in with good news. Thanks to Lily's own intel, they have captured Marcel's man Nikolai. They even know the location of his next big deal. Now a dawn strike on Marcel is finally set, and base wants Lily herself to lead it. This is the promotion Lily has quietly wanted for years. Therefore the dream she chased so long lands right in her lap. Remember every piece of this mission, because it will matter far more than you think. That night, Lily goes home to her husband, John. He is warm, goofy, and full of terrible jokes. He even tells her a bad one about a ladder, just to see her smile. But John is tired of the city and the constant danger. He dreams of a quiet life, one paycheck, and a family together. So he gently asks Lily to step back from the field. She refuses because this Lafleur case is everything to her. She has spent years gathering the intel, and now she wants the win. But John reminds her of a wound they never talk about. She was taken once before, years ago. That fear changed them both and it never fully healed. And the dread of losing her still haunts every quiet moment. Keep that old scar in mind because it is the key to this whole story. The old argument flares up, then cools into silence. Lily says she needs some air and tells John not to wait. But first he presses a small keepsake into her hand. It is their private little tradition. One token at the start of a journey, one at the very end. He has no idea how far this journey will go. Then out on her walk, her phone rings. A cold, patient voice is waiting on the line. It says it is holding John and makes him describe a hammer in its grip. Then it speaks the words that end her old life. Do exactly as told or John will not see the morning. And she has just 10 short minutes to obey.
What am I holding?
You're holding.
Jen, do I have your attention?
Who is this?
The lie, follow my instructions. You have 10.
Lily's whole world tilts in a single heartbeat. One wrong move, the voice warns, and her husband is gone. So she drives through the city like the streets are already burning. But she still has no idea who is on the other end. And that mystery will haunt her all night long. She reaches the address in record-breaking time. The voice guides her to 2 bags in the back seat. Inside the first is an entire new identity. Tonight, Lily must become a criminal contact named Lotus. And Lotus has a very ugly job waiting for her. Her first target is Guy, a vicious enforcer for Lafleur. She must win his trust, then take him off the board for good. Lily says no, absolutely not, she will not do it. But the voice only has to whisper John's name once. So she squares her shoulders and plays her part. The voice sends her to a furniture store as cover. Knock 4 times, it tells her flatly. Now watch a terrified wife walk straight into a room full of killers. Okay, that turned violent in a hurry. One deal, one wrong word, and the whole room explodes. When the dust finally settles, Guy is finished. And Lily is no longer only an agent. Like it or not, she has crossed a line she can never uncross. She is a weapon now, aimed by a stranger she cannot even see. Across the city, we finally meet Marcel Lafleur himself. He is elegant, soft-spoken, and utterly terrifying. He proudly shows a nervous guest his private paintings. He speaks of colors of the city of loyalty. Then, over pretty music, he quietly removes the man who disappointed him. So we learn exactly how little mercy this man carries. This is the monster Lily has spent years chasing. And tonight their paths are about to cross. The voice calls back, thrilled with her work. It says Lily has proven she can do the dark things. She insists it was only self-defense. But the voice reminds her that her own director would never believe that. And now it purrs she belongs to it completely. 2 more targets must fall before the sun comes up. But she still cannot picture the face behind that voice. Lily tries to refuse just one more time. So the voice turns its attention to John and a rusty saw. She hears her husband begging down the line. Therefore, she agrees to everything, hating every single second. Meanwhile, her director base keeps calling and calling. A body has surfaced and the team needs Agent Chen right now. But Lily cannot walk in without exposing the voice. So she throws away the career she bled for. All of it just to keep John breathing. The voice punishes her simply for speaking to base. Then it names the second target, Jimmy Chen. He launders every dollar for Lafleur's empire. He hides deep inside a triad club called Zen. Lily calls the plan pure suicide. The voice just calls it a warm-up. It hands her a hidden camera and a tiny earpiece. Blend in or die, it tells her sweetly. So Lily walks into the most dangerous room in the city. And she does it wearing a complete stranger's face.
Necklace with a hidden camera. Put it on. Rise in the club. As long as you do your part, John will be...
Inside Zen, she orders a drink and plays it ice cold. But right away, she spots a gangster she once put away. If he places her face, the whole night is over. So the clock speeds up before she even finds Jimmy. Between moves, Lily quietly probes the voice. Is this about power, about taking Lafleur's throne? No, it answers its real plan is far more interesting. So even now, the true goal stays hidden. And that unanswered question keeps gnawing at her. The voice points her toward Jimmy, all boyish charm and easy smiles. Lily drifts closer, camera hidden at her throat. She just needs one clean, quiet moment. But then the worst possible guest strolls through the door. Marcel Lafleur has come to his own club. He warns Jimmy there is a leak inside the Empire. He wants his entire fortune moved before dawn. Jimmy flatly refuses and the two men bristle. Meanwhile, Lily's cover is only seconds from falling apart. Suddenly, the voice screams in her ear to strike now. But Marcel's cold eyes lock straight onto her face. Watch what happens when a whole club realizes there is a spy in the room. Yeah, the party ends fast. In a single breath, the club becomes a battlefield, and Lily has to fight her way through every last one of them. She pins Jimmy for one answer, who in power protects Lafleur. He hints that powerful people stand behind the whole empire, but he only sneers and threatens her family. So Jimmy joins the knight's growing list, and Lily slips out into the dark with one target left. 2 down, and the sun is not even close to rising. The voice names her final target Nikolai Petrov. He guards a hidden piece of Marcel's puzzle. Retrieve his intel, then remove him before Marcel can. But the voice admits there is a truth Lily is better off not knowing. And that quiet warning should scare her more than any gun. Marcel, though, is far from blind. He knows someone is quietly hunting down his people. He tells his men he already knows where they will strike next. So a trap is being laid and Lily is walking right toward it. For one aching moment, Lily flashes to a happier day with John. Trying on silly things, laughing, forgetting the job for once. But the sweet memory only sharpens her guilt. Again and again, she chose the work over him. Bruised and hollow, Lily walks into the agency. She tells a stunned Base she is resigning tonight. The dream job she bled for, gone in one sentence. Base demands to know what on earth has gotten into her. Lily cannot explain without dooming John, so she just says her mind is made up. But the voice calls, and Lily vanishes before anyone can stop her. By now, Marcel's men have a name for the ghost. Lily Chen, government agent, the one wrecking all their deals. The crime lord orders her taken alive and brought to him. Therefore, 2 separate hunters are closing on the very same woman. Lily reaches Nikolai's safe house well before dawn. His guards report that everything is all clear. But on a night like this, nothing is ever truly clear. She slips inside just as gunfire tears the place open. Marcel's crew wants Nikolai too, and they want her alive. Now watch a quiet safe house come completely apart. Okay, that got loud very fast. Lily carves a path straight through the chaos. But believe it or not, the strangest part of her night is still ahead. 2 truly bizarre assassins block her path, Romeo and Juliet. They treat the whole brawl like a strange little game. Watch this, it is the most over-the-top showdown in the entire film. Yeah, nobody is quite sure what they just watched. But when it is over, Lily is the one still standing. And Romeo and Juliet are most certainly not. Now Lily corners Nikolai for the whole truth. He laughs in her face and spills the trick. Marcel wanted her here all along. This entire brutal hunt was just a distraction. Every target tonight was fed to her on purpose. The real deal is happening elsewhere, at a private compound north of the city. And she has been sprinting the wrong way the whole time. Nikolai has served his purpose, so Lily ends his part in the game. Then the voice calls once more, cold as ever, and it demands one final cruel thing from her. It says John will pay for all her failures tonight. Then she hears her husband cry out through the phone. A shot cracks across the line and everything goes silent. And in that instant, Lily believes she has lost him for good. The voice coldly insists it was all just motivation. It sends her after a hidden storage key on Nikolai. So even drowning in grief, Lily is still being played. But something deep inside her is finally starting to turn. The key holds names, corrupt officials and agents tied to Marcel. He hid his blackmail right under everyone's noses. The voice tells her to drop the key at one final address. It promises that justice will at last be served. And once the task is done, it will decide John's fate. But justice, Lily senses, is not what this is really about. Alone in her car, Lily remembers John, his jokes, his ladder, his warmth. She grieves the marriage she kept pushing to the side. All the late nights she chose over him. This is the very lowest point of her long night.
Did you move my ladder?
Why?
The voice lets her hear John's voice one last time. She apologizes for every missed night and every cold shoulder. She tells him she loves him more than anything else. Then she says goodbye and steels herself for the end. But right there, something inside Lily snaps into sharp focus. The whole picture falls into place at once. Whoever took John knew her deepest wound far too well. This was never truly about justice. The voice is one of the corrupt names on that very key. So she stops obeying and starts hunting. "I am warning you," she says quietly. "Once I finish here, I am coming for you." Lily drives straight to her closest friend, Cindy. They have fought side by side for 9 long years. But tonight, Lily raises a weapon and demands the truth. She has to know if she can trust anyone at all. Cindy gently reminds her how the old kidnapping broke her. The fear, the uncertainty, the scar it left behind. When Lily got out, she was lost, and John pulled her back. It changed Lily, and it changed the two of them forever. And that very wound is what someone weaponized tonight. Cindy swears she has never once lied to Lily. So Lily finally pours out the entire nightmare. John Guy, the voice that targets all of it. Someone powerful, maybe inside their own agency, built this trap. Cindy tells her to rest. She has done more than enough. She promises to carry the intel to headquarters herself. But Lily insists that Marcel is about to slip away. And she is not ready to stop, not now. As the pieces lock together, Lily thinks of Mr. White. He ran a shadow unit and once vouched for her. But now a single shot takes him off the board. Someone is quietly erasing every last loose thread. Even Marcel can feel the noose tightening around him. He accuses his hidden partner of sending agents to end him. The alliance between crime and power is finally cracking apart, and Lily is charging straight into the middle of it. Lily hits Marcel's compound like a storm off the sea. Fire and gunfire light up the whole night, and one furious agent tears through his men to reach him. But Marcel's guards overpower her before she gets close. He toys with her, certain he has already won. He is sure the great Lily Chen is finally finished. She only spits her defiance right back at him. Then the crime lord gives her one small opening. And that is the biggest mistake of his life. Watch what a woman with nothing left to lose can do. Yes, that is a bad night to underestimate anyone. The brawl tears the entire room apart, blow after blow. When it finally ends, the crime lord Lafleur is finished. The man she hunted for 4 years is gone, and Lily is left standing, bruised and barely able to breathe. But her longest night is somehow not over yet. Days later, Cindy calls Lily in for a debrief. But this time, it is Cindy asking all the questions. She calmly slides a screen across the table, and what waits on it changes absolutely everything. On the screen is John, safe and completely unharmed. He was never in any danger for a single second. The screaming voice on the phone was built by a computer. His cries, his begging, all of it was fake. The entire night was one enormous, cruel test, and Lily did not just pass it. She shattered every record they had ever set. The shadow division she once applied to is very real. It works far outside the law to bring dangerous monsters down. Every target and every choice was them, watching her closely. She broke laws and crossed lines, and that was the point. They needed to know how she performs when everything breaks. And Lily, they decided, is exactly the kind of agent they want. And the mastermind, the voice all along, is Cindy. It is her unit, and Mr. White answered to her. She never truly wanted Marcel dead at all. She only wanted his secret list of names. Marcel's fall was simply a happy accident to her. Cindy had profiled Lily, her marriage, her old wound. She staged the kidnapping because she knew exactly how Lily would break. She knew grief would drive Lily straight to her door with the key. And it all worked exactly as she planned. Now Cindy offers Lily one final choice. Join the real team and give even more of herself. But John can never, ever learn the truth. Or she can quietly walk back to her old life. Yet walking away is not really freedom either. Lily now knows far too much to ever be left alone. Whatever she chooses, she will be watched for the rest of her days. In one single night, she lost her marriage, her career, and her innocence. One phone call turned a loving wife into a weapon. And some weapons can never be set back down.